Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd show you a couple little dinky little builds that I whopped up over the last couple days. Also, I took like a week off from building prior to this. After I got the Icarus to the workshop, that one really did consume a lot of my time for a couple weeks prior to that, and more. So it was a nice little break I took from building. And then I decided I wanted to build something for this month's Anvil challenge, which was to build a functional base with no fluff, something that you'd use in game for whatever purpose. So I ended up with these two like really tiny little bases. Each have different function. I don't know why I built two, but yeah, why not? I've never had a base like that one over there yet, or anything quite like it myself. But anyway. First build here, this is the Farpoint Micro, and this is a very low unlock level player starter base. It is built of entirely concrete. There's no carbon or wood or anything like that on it. It does have two turrets on here. So the idea of this one is so it could hopefully defend against drone attacks and do an alright job with that. And even if it takes a hit or two, the hull is actually all concrete, so the blocks have decent amount of hit points for being such a low level cheapy base here. Does have 4 solar panels on it, obviously. Does have 1 solar capacitor. Does have Wi-Fi, which is mounted right over here. It does have a little baby generator, and that is kind of underneath the door right over here. So little generator in there. It does have a fuel tank as well. So it does have a light sensor, so when you get near the thing, the lights light up. I noticed at night it was hard to see where the doorway was, like if you're completely dark. So I put the lights out here because why not? Anyway, on the inside, it has one large constructor, 2 small constructors, O2, has clone chamber, armor locker, shower, your ammo box, fridge and food processor. And then it has your solar capacitor right here, ventilators right there. It does have air inside. It does have an oxygen tank as well, which is kind of mounted right behind the armor locker over here. And then it has 5 storage boxes. Now, your main in and main out are on the ceiling here, and then you have 2 other 16K storage boxes, and then an 8K storage box in the middle, and then of course your 14K ammo box over there. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So I purposely went with the clone chamber in here due to the unlock level. I wanted to keep it all kind of synced, and let's take a look at the specs here. So unlock level 5, very low unlock level on this base. 1 fuel tank, 1 oxygen tank, 15 minutes and 16-second build time on it. There's no carbon substrate blocks on this build at all. It's all any block is stone on here, but it still needs a lot of carbon substrate to build it. But 15 minutes and 16-second build time, and other than that, it's pretty simple stuff there. So CPU wise, it's a Core 1. You got a lot more CPU left over. I don't know exactly what you do with it, but you do have it. Just putting it out there. So yeah, a little 15-minute spawn base here. And that is pretty much the extent of it. The underside kind of looks like this, and you when you spawn it in, you can kind of just plop it into the ground there, kind of line up the staircases so they touch the ground, and you should be good to go. You can actually bury all the way up into this line right here. Any more than that, and you would have dirt on your floor basically. So that is the first one. Now the other functional base here, this is a furnace assembly. It's basically, there's no interior space or anything like that. It has a 320K storage bay on it for your furnace bay. It has 2 furnaces in here, and then it does have a generator again. It does have 4 large solar panels, has 3 solar capacitors, which are on the outside over here. And then the 2 furnaces, which are stacked right on top of each other, looking down into this thing. Oh, I realized I forgot to paint a couple textures down there. This is also built out of stone. However, it does have some exposed cargo extensions, mainly on the flat areas here. Any shape block is stone on here. So all this trim around the top over here holding up the solar panels, that's all stone. The corners are stone. It's just these flat blocks over here, or anything I could use a full block with is probably a cargo extension in this build. On the underside, it does have your generator on the very bottom, your main core. It does have a fuel tank in there as well. And that is really about it. It's, again, double furnace, quick processing center you can plop in. Has no defense, no interior, no defense, no O2 or anything like that in it either. So on the stats on this one, 15 minute and 39 second build time. It does need some neo and aluminum and cobalt and stuff like that. A lot of that has to do with the furnaces, as well as the unlock level of 12, which is also the unlock level of the furnace. CPU wise, it's chilling in at core 1, has about 20,000 left over. I decided not to put any guns on here. Now I could tactically like run like little pillars up over here and mount a couple turrets. I don't know if I should or not. It would up the price of the build, but I don't know if that would be a handy, worthwhile thing to do or not. But those are these two little quickie starter like builds, sort of starter builds, or utility builds, I guess, for the game, where you can plop them down wherever you are to, you know, pretty cheaply, and do some stuff, whatever that might be. This one I kind of like the idea of too, because if you just wanted to use this as a like a point defense turret assembly, it could work as that too. It's got the little interior space on it, but it's kind of like a defense turret too. I mean, it's not very different than previous defense turrets that I made. The only difference is this one has the inside with constructors and your other stuff, utility function. But it really didn't make it cost very much more because of that. So yeah, anyway, that is the two builds here. I got to figure out what I'm going to build next. I think I'm going to revert back to the Creel Warp Gate and try to do some streams on that soon. I did take a couple weeks off from streaming and for the most part doing too many videos besides the look at the workshop videos. But I'll get back into it here probably starting next week again. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this. If you got any comments or thoughts on either of these two builds, please let me know. I mean, I can obviously modify them. And I don't know which one to submit to the challenge, if I should go for the furnace thingy or the basey thingy. And I'll try to get these released fairly quickly too. Probably a week apart though. So maybe I'll put out this first and that second, or vice versa. I'm not sure yet. I don't like to have more than one thing out per week. And since these were two kind of small, quickie builds, comparatively speaking to so many other builds, yeah, I feel bad if I put them both out to the workshop right now. But other than that, y'all have yourself a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later.